Okay, here's a quick lesson on taking an arpeggio and turning it into something that can really be played in a jazz context. So the arpeggio pattern is simply going up the C major scale. And that's a pretty universal pattern. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take a leading tone a half step under each starting note of each arpeggio. So the very first one is going to be the traditional leading tone, the B, up to the C, and then C sharp up to D, D sharp to E, E to F, F sharp to G, G sharp to A, B flat to B, and repeat the octave if you'd like. Now you're going to take the same pattern, and this time up at the very, very top, you're going to keep extending the arpeggio. So instead of just C, G, E, or C, E, G, you're going to add A, B up at the top. So it becomes nice line, right? Now we start on the C sharp. Doesn't really need that last one, but just for clarity. Now there's one more extra little leading tone we're going to add. It's going to curl up at the very, very end. So we start off the same way. That's the ending. So let's hear just that first one. B, C, E, G, and then B, A, G sharp, A. So the G sharp is a leading tone leading back into A. I'm not thinking of this relating to any particular chords yet. And really, it's the melody that matters here. Next phrase. And that's all of them. Now you can actually start this many different places. You don't have to start it on C major. I mean, you could. I'm doing this one-handed, so play the chord. I could go. But I don't have to. I could start it on D minor. This is amazing. Look at this. There's a D minor. Now I'm going to start not here, but I'm going to start here over that D minor. So I got, there's the chord, D minor, and then here. No, sorry. Here's the chord, and then I start on B. Try that cleaner. Well, you're going to have to actually spend some time with this and get a better feel for what you hear as you play. But the main thing is keep the sequence. The sequence matters more than whether you're hitting a chord tone exactly on the beat. Sometimes you can hit a chord tone on a strong beat. Sometimes you can hit a passing tone on a strong beat. By applying the sequence over and over again going up, you're going to hear that it actually works over many, many versions of the 2-5-1, whether you start on the 2, whether you start on the 5, or whether you start on the 1, and also changing where you start. I mean, you might find that your first place that you start is here. Hear that against the D minor. Here's the D minor. Wow, that's pretty neat. Maybe not the first place you thought of when you thought of D minor 7. And the leading tones you're going to love. They add a really, really wonderfully idiomatic, just language to your line, and it's just a touch of spice.